Hey friends, today I am out in the West Valley in the city of Surprise to show you the preserve at Asante. There are a number of builders who are currently building in this part of the valley, and there's some great pricing. So I've brought you to see one of my favorite builders, Richmond American. We're going to look at a home with a RV garage, with a guest casita, a couple of homes that have some amazing, unique upgrades. So let's go ahead and get started. Before we step into that first model home, I have to tell you that this builder is in many communities throughout the greater Phoenix area. So even if you're not interested in Surprise, stick with me through this whole video. You might fall in love with one of the floor plans, and we can find that for you in another part of the greater Phoenix area. Right behind me is the Townsend floor plan, and this is one of my favorite floor plans just in general with any builder. It has an attached casita that I will show you first. This is going to be a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home with a 3-car garage. Square footage is 2,480 square feet, priced in the 580s. Let's go inside. I have clients who recently closed on this floor plan in another community where it is sold. And they really wanted this guest casita because they thought one of their parents might need it to come live with them, which is great if you have a parent who's getting older and really shouldn't be living alone. I love this option. Let's check out the casita first. So as you can see, there's an entrance from the outside of the home. You walk right into this kitchenette. So they have the little fridge, a sink, you can put a microwave in here, but no stove. And there also is no washer and dryer in this particular casita. But in certain circumstances, you really don't want a full kitchen, right? Either for safety reasons or, it's just not necessary. And that was the case with these clients. They really preferred a smaller casita. There are all different kinds of casita options and a lot of different factors that determine what's going to make the most sense for your family. Coming in here, this is the bedroom. I will show you the closet and the bathroom and explain kind of a different variants that they offer with this floor plan. I do wish that they didn't have the tub in here. It should be a walk-in my opinion. They have this closet right here. Now, right here in the floor plan I sold, this door actually went into the main house. So you could get right into the kitchen if you open this door, but you can also get it just as a linen closet. So you have options. If you want your guest casita to be totally separate, you can only get into it from the outside of the house. That's one option. Or you can have that door there so you can get to the casita right from the main living area. Let's check out the main house. This is going to become your 2-car garage. It's set up as a sales office right now. So you have this porch right here, and you have your main house, which in and of itself is a nice layout. I also like the flooring that they put in here because it doesn't have any grout lines. That's my personal preference. When you come in, you have this hallway. You have a den right here in the front with the windows that look out to the front of the house. And I think this is kind of cute. A little bit of character here with the angle of the front door. Here's where you're coming in from your garage. You have that little closet right away. And then you have 2 bedrooms right in front of the house with their own bathroom to share. These are cozy little bedrooms, but since the ceilings are so tall, it makes them feel larger than they really are. You have your standard size closet. You have an extra linen closet right across here. Here is the other bedroom again. Kind of cozy little bedrooms back here with tall ceilings and standard size closets. And then they share this bathroom. It's nice that it does have the double sinks. let's go over here and check out the living space down here. I'll show you where that door would be if you chose the option where the guest casita came into this main living space. Nice and open. They have these beautiful slider doors that come all the way to the corner. Beautiful light fixture too, really. And just, you know, a neutral kitchen with GE appliances. Some nice cabinetry. You have your corner pantry. And right here where this TV is, this is where you could have a door going into that guest suite. In the one I sold, they had TV hookups on that wall. They also had TV hookups on this wall. So you could easily just rearrange your furniture to accommodate a doorway there. Coming back over here, you have your washer and dryer with the option of having the sink. And a little hallway here before you get into the primary bedroom. Cute. Another nice upgrade. You can get that door leading out to your backyard. I'll show you that backyard in just a minute. And in this primary bathroom, you have some extra counter space here with the double sinks. You get a bathtub if you want. So for those of you who are discouraged that so many of the bathrooms just have the shower, this one does have the bathtub option. Pretty standard size closet here. And you also have this closet over here, which you could use for linens, or you could use it for some of your overflow of clothing, shoes, whatever. Let's take a quick look outside. Maybe some of you are interested in buying this exact model home. Here's what the backyard is like. Or maybe you just want to get some ideas for when you move and have your own lot that you need to design. They did desert landscaping. They have a saguaro back here. A few saguaros, which is unusual. And this is a really fun structure here. I believe that is a fire feature. Well, that would make sense. You can sit around there and enjoy the fire. Low maintenance landscaping. Let's stop for a second to put up a map so you can see exactly where we are today. We are in the booming city of Surprise, where there is lots of new construction going on, and especially in this area of Asante. There are a lot of builders that have come to this area building master plan communities. You do get some mountain views out here and some better pricing that you'll find in a lot of the other parts of the Phoenix area because it is on the outskirts. However, they are building so much out here. There's a brand new grocery store just down the street. New shopping plazas are opening all the time. There are some great schools coming to the area. So it's really kind of exciting to see everything coming up. And when you live in this community, when you're doing your daily shopping and things like that, you're going to be doing it in all new buildings. So that's kind of fun. Now let's get back to the next home tour. Behind me, we have the Deacon floor plan. This is the one that has that RV garage. So this one right now is selling for around $605,000 out the door, besides the backyard landscaping. You're going to get 2,390 square feet, 3 or 4 bedrooms, a 2.5 bathroom, and a 3-car garage. Let's go take a look. You might be surprised how many builders are offering floor plans with an RV garage. There are actually a lot of choices that you have these days. So if that is your priority, again, reach out because I'm going to help you find the one that is best suited for your family. I even have a builder that makes these RV garages with the guest casita as well, and the prices are surprisingly affordable considering what you're getting. So who knows, maybe you're going to be surprised as well what you can get for your money, and especially with these builders offering some pretty good rate incentives. All right, so here's that front door. When you come in, you have this space over here it would make sense to put a little buffet type table there, maybe with a mirror over it. You have your coat closet right here. And then in the front of the house, you're gonna have 2 bedrooms. I like the quality of the flooring that they put in these homes. The carpeting feels soft on my feet. And we'll check out the bathroom in the middle in just a second here. This is the bedroom that looks out to the front of the house. And it has its own cute little closet with a window. A nice walk-in. These 2 bedrooms are going to share this bathroom right here. Very tastefully done. Okay, what do you want to see next? Should we check out the RV garage? We're almost there. Look at this big den. This is a larger than normal room. You could make it a formal dining. You could make it a game room. You could make it the den. Here is your powder room and an extra closet. So this is the one that your guests are going to use, which makes sense because it's right by the living space. But before we look at the living space in the primary bedroom, take a look at this. This is where you come in from your enormous garage. You have all of this space here for storing things, for dropping off your bags, your keys, your hats. You have this laundry room right here. You have the option of a sink. That door, I believe, is just an extra closet. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. This goes into the primary bedroom. I forgot. So when we get to the primary bedroom, you'll see how it connects to this laundry room. Backing up here, you have this coat closet too, right across from the door that comes in from that garage. And let's look at that garage because that's what you've been waiting for. So you can see this side is 3 cars deep, and then you have the RV garage. And a lot of people put in those split ACs on the wall, and you can cool this garage off relatively easily. Those split ACs work great. That is a tankless water heater right there. And gosh, so much room in here. Imagine all the things you could use this garage for. A man cave, a kids hangout, an exercise area. All right, let's look at this kitchen. Beautiful. I like the color of the cabinets. It's kind of like a bone color. And just the style is very classy. Have this nice sized island, a little bit larger than you would typically get. So you could sit, they have 4, but you could do 5 pretty easily. Nice backsplash, neutral, timeless. The GE appliances that I love. And you have this pantry back here that goes around behind the door as well. And you have, I didn't notice this last time I was in here. Oh, no, that's just fake. That is decorative, okay. And here's your living room right here. So you can be cooking, getting dinner ready, or enjoying a meal and still be open up to the living room, maybe watching a game or something. Your dining area is right here, and then we're gonna go into the primary bedroom. So quiet back here. Again, the carpeting feels nice on my feet. I just like the quality that they put into their homes. Double sinks right here. In this one, instead of the tub, they did the oversized shower. But again, they have options here. So if you want the tub, we can find a home that has one with this floor plan. Here is your closet. Standard size. Right over here, I didn't show you, this is a small area for the toilet. But going back to the closet, this is the door that goes into that laundry room I was telling you about. So you could come home potentially and just go right into your bedroom over here through the closet. I suppose with these shelves in here too, you could potentially use some of these shelves for overflow of your clothes, hats, bags. Let's check out the backyard. This one has a different style of sliding doors than their other model homes. It opens from the middle. I actually think I prefer this style because I know that they're going to have a track for screen doors. Sometimes the ones that kind of slide into themselves do not. And you have a nice covered area over here. Beautiful backyard. A good size. Look at this built-in pergola that they put over here for shade. Really pretty. And I guess this is an outdoor fireplace. Use your imagination. We can just drive down this street, give you an idea of what it is like to live in this neighborhood. Lots of pretty landscaping in the front yards. Some of these lots are larger than normal, and a lot of them have some decent mountain views. So if that's a priority, we can look and see what they have available for the lot size, or if you are wanting no one backing to you, you want those views of the mountains, we can see what they have. This home right behind me is their Pomona floor plan. This one they have set up with a excellent attached guest suite that has the washer and dryer even and the kitchenette. But you can also get it without that guest suite and have an extra large bedroom in the front instead. Right now they have one of each of those available. Those are selling for $650,000 or $655,000. Both floor plans are going to be 2,630 square feet. This one we're going to look at right here is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom with a 3-car garage. But if you opt to get the other floor plan that does not have the casita, you're going to be getting 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a 3-car garage. Let's go inside. So this model home is currently their sales office. So this is going to be your 2-car garage right here. You can see there is the 1-car garage. Beautiful elevation. The elevation is the exterior finish that you're picking. So you may like a floor plan, but you want a bigger porch or something like that. Maybe you like the stone or you don't. You can always choose a different elevation that suits your taste. And let's go inside. See what you think about this floor plan that has the guest casita. There are not many like it. If you are someone who is looking specifically for a guest casita home, do not hesitate to reach out. I am an expert in the subject. I know all of the builders, what kind of casitas they have, what the casitas include. So let's check out this one first. You have this little closet right here before you go into the casita area to hang up your coats. And you can see this is blocked off with that door. All right, which way do we want to go first? Let's look at the living space first. Some good light coming in with the windows. And you have your own living room, which is a very comfortable size. And a little kitchenette. So this one has the little fridge and the sink. You would just get a little microwave to put on there. Now, if you want a casita that has a full-size kitchen with the stove and the dishwasher, let me know. I know who has those. This door right here actually goes to the 1-car garage. So if you want your guests to have their own entrance in and out, they can just go through that 1-car garage. And you would really never have to see them. You could potentially even rent this section out, which would make your mortgage payment more affordable. You can see they have the stackable washer and dryer right here as part of the home. Here is double sinks for the bathroom. a very cute little shelf area over here for linens. And then they even separate the shower and toilet area. Very nice shower also, by the way, with a window that opens in there. Always a plus. Again, that's your washer and dryer, and let's check out the bedroom here. If you are someone who likes the idea of having the guest casita and renting it out, but you just are overwhelmed not knowing how that works, how you get a good renter, how you keep track of the rent coming in, the lease, all of that, well, we do that for you. My husband, who is also a realtor, has managed many, many investment properties for our clients for a low fee, and we can have that discussion with you. Just reach out. We'll talk to you all about the ins and outs of renting out your casita. Here's that den that I showed you when I walked in the front door. It's a good size. And some nice upgrades in here. You have a very open dining and living space. This is an upgrade pretty much any buyer appreciates. That's when they extend the counter and the cabinets all the way to the wall. I mean, that is just something that all of your guests are going to be like, I want this in my home. You're going to be making them envious. Maybe that's not a great thing. But hey, they can call me. I can find a home for them like that. This, corner sliders that come all the way to the corner. Another amazing upgrade that you can get here with this builder. And you can just open that up and all of a sudden it's just indoor, outdoor entertaining. You can have the party house. If you have kids, that's, all the kids are going to want to come over to your house to hang out. Okay, so back here, if you go to your left, you have the primary bedroom. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. If you go this way, that door straight ahead is where you come in from your 2-car garage. Right now it is a sales office. Let's see, another little linen closet on this side. You have your full bathroom right here. This full bathroom is directly across from this bedroom. So next to the primary bedroom, you have one extra bedroom over here. A lot of times floor plans are completely split now, and the primary bedroom is on the opposite side of the secondary bedrooms. But if you have a young kid or a baby, a lot of times people want one bedroom by their primary bedroom. Laundry room back here, drop-off space when you're coming home and going through the garage. And another use of this bedroom over here would be as a quiet den if you work from home. And here we are. Beautiful primary bedroom. Let's take a look in here. I really like their shower. Just the colors that they used with the tiles. They just do a great job designing these homes. Their interior decorator should get a raise. You have your double sinks, of course, an extra linen closet. Your toilet is over here, and then your closet. Another pretty standard size closet. People get spoiled nowadays because some of the closets are practically a whole other room. This one is more standard. Another nice upgrade with this model home is that you have this door going out to the backyard right from the primary bedroom. So you can come out, enjoy this covered patio. Again, if you're interested in this specific home, reach out. I'll let you know when it becomes available, and you could be living right here, enjoying this backyard with the artificial turf and low maintenance plants. Some fun lights over here, so you can sit out here with your family or your friends. You can grill some burgers or veggies, hot dogs, whatever it is. Sit down, enjoy your time. They even have a little pizza oven out here. Place for your wood. Beautiful home. Before we go into the next model, let's talk about the HOA fees real quick. Those are the Homeowners Association fees that you pay monthly, and here in this community, it's only $94, which is about as low as it gets really for most new construction communities. Now, you're not getting a swimming pool here, but you do have 3 parks nearby that includes playgrounds and basketball courts. Lots of trails, so if you're someone who likes to take a walk, maybe you have a dog, there are some nice trails that you can enjoy. I'm going to show you one of their grassy areas here. Let's flip the camera around. This is one of the green grassy areas with trails along here that they have in this community. So if you're someone who likes to go out for walks, maybe you have a dog or you just enjoy it for exercise, they do have some nice trails here. And I don't know if you can see right across there, there's also some exercise stations. So while you're out, you can get a little bit of a workout in right there. Okay, let's take a look at this Giulia floor plan. This one has a lot of great upgrades that I'm excited to show you. There is one little thing that I wish they had done differently. I'm going to point that out. But this has a great open concept living space if you like to entertain. Also some extra bedrooms with bathrooms. So a nice space if you have guests coming over. This one right here, right now, they have for sale at $680,000. That's one of their spec homes. That's the out-the-door price, not the base price. And this home has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a 3-car garage, and 2,730 square feet. Let's go take a look. You can see you get the 2-car garage plus the single one on the side. A lot of people use that for storage or maybe a workout room. A nice thing about this builder is that they are going to include these pavers with all of their homes. That is not an extra expense. And this home just has a nice exterior feel about it. Very welcoming. It just looks classy. Tall ceilings in these homes as well. All right, coming in right away, it just feels kind of impressive because you have this somewhat wide hallway that goes all the way down into your living space. But before we go there, I love this space right here. If you like to have guests, for perspective, there's that front door. Not a huge opening right here to go into this hallway, but I kind of like that because it makes it feel more private for your guests. The laundry room is right here, as you can see. And then right next to the laundry room, they give you some extra storage here. A little linen closet. What I love is these 2 bedrooms right here share a Jack and Jill bathroom, and the way they set that bathroom up is pretty ingenious. Also, so nice that they have a walk-in closet in these secondary bedrooms. So they set this up that for each bedroom, it has its own sink before you go in to the toilet and shower. So the 2 bedrooms share this space. However, they each have a door to give them their own space over here for getting ready in the morning or getting ready for bed. You can see this bedroom right here also has a walk-in closet. So whether you have kids using these rooms, a family member, guests, whoever is staying in these rooms, they're going to love it because they have their own space that just kind of feels like it's away from the rest of the home. They have their own bathroom, their own closets. Very nice. Coming down over here, again, these tall ceilings, it always opens up the space and makes it feel more classy, more expensive, more luxurious. I like this flooring too. The grout is stained so that it matches the tile. And if we come this way, you're gonna find another bedroom with its own bathroom. This is also where you come in from your 2-car garage. You have this closet right when you're coming home from the garage to hang up your coats. You also can have this little drop space right here if you want to put your keys down, your bags, your hats, whatever. And here we go, another bedroom that just really feels nice and quiet, tucked away. This one doesn't have the walk-in closet, and it's a little bit of a smaller bedroom, but with these tall ceilings, it doesn't feel that small because it opens up the space so much. And then they have their own full bathroom right over here. Beautiful shower, tile all the way up to the ceiling. I do like the quality of work that this builder produces. I'm a fan. I've had good experiences working with them. This is a nice, large, formal dining area. They have the slider doors here on the end with a little patio, which is a nice touch. It's right off of the kitchen, so you could have your coffee out there. And you know what? If you don't want a formal dining room, you could always make this a game room, a craft room, a den. Although they do have another little area for a desk. I'll show you that in a second. It's very unique. This is what most people fall in love with, the kitchen. These are great wood tone cabinets. This island is extra long. Sometimes they really start making the islands, I feel like, too wide this way. This one is a good width, and it's just long, so you can seat a lot of people. Not only that, but they did the smart thing. And at the corners here, you can see, you could seat more people here on the end of the island. So much room there. You have your gas range. And all of this space over here for setting out food, maybe a coffee bar, storing some of your appliances. This nook back here, also just unique, classy. It just makes you feel like you're treating yourself, and you still have this really large pantry back here. So if you want to live in luxury, this one has quite a bit to offer. Now, some people wouldn't even want to have a dining table right there. They figure there's plenty of space at this island, and that's where we eat anyway. So you could even push your seating back a little bit if you wanted to, and eliminate having the table right here, especially if you're using that formal dining room with a kitchen table anyway. This is very unique. They have this little den set up over here. Now, of course, you could use it for something different if you wanted to. You could even put doors over here if you wanted to have, you know, a small little yoga room or exercise space, whatever. And then they have these huge slider doors, 2 sets of sliders bringing all kinds of light into this room. I like the countertops that they put in here. A nice timeless look. Another unique upgrade is in this primary bedroom. First of all, they give you a little bit extra storage out here again. Very unique to have huge slider doors in the primary bedroom. I actually showed some clients this floor plan last week, and he just sat himself right down in one of these chairs, looked out the window, just liked being able to have all this light coming in and looking out over your yard, which of course you can decorate however you want. Here's the small little problem with this floor plan. Sometimes, well, most of the time, I'll have clients being like, why did the builders do this though? Or why did they do that? Who knows? But this is an amazing shower. Let me back up here and show you. Amazing shower. Here's where you go in right there. They put in the bench right here. There's your towel bar. There's the windows. They have the shower head overhead plus the one on the wall. But what did they miss? They did not include one of those little built-in nooks where you put your shampoo and your soap and everything. You just have this tiny little thing right here where you could set stuff down. So you're gonna have to use a shower caddy. It's not the worst thing in the world, right? but a lot of people like the fact that they have separate sink areas. And the closet is not bad either. Let's take a look at that. It's nice that they put in these built-in shelves right here. Pretty standard size closet. Maybe some of you are interested in buying this exact model home that you're seeing right now. You're just falling in love with it. Eventually they're gonna list it. And if you have time to wait around for it, we can make that happen. Just reach out to me and I will keep you updated on when they list this model for sale. This is incredible. This is the longest covered patio I may have ever seen in a master plan community model home. It goes the entire length of the home. That's what every builder should be doing, guys. They put in artificial turf, pavers, nice seating areas. This is low maintenance living at its best. You have this fire feature. You can come out here and make some s'mores. Even these shrubs that they planted stay green year round. I know because I have some of them. So I am a pretty big fan of this model home. Some people don't realize that when you are buying a new construction home, it is especially important to have a realtor working for you. But I see it all the time, people walking into those sales offices by themselves, unrepresented. When you are looking at those model homes, you especially want your realtor there for the first visit, because on that visit, they are probably going to ask you to sign a form that waives your right to be represented by a realtor, and it costs you nothing. We get paid by the builder and we represent you. So my job primarily, I think more than anything, is I help you find the right area and the best value for your money. I will shop these builders to see who's offering the best rates. I will find the community that really works for your family, budget-wise, what you want in a home. So do not hesitate to reach out, whether you are months, weeks, years away from buying. Here's my information. Call me, reach out. It's the only way that we can connect so that I can help you find your next home right here in sunny Arizona. And I hope to hear from you soon.